guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now finally, we do have information about Battlegrounds Season 24. Now it's a bit redundant since we already can see the off-season Battlegrounds in the game and see the nodes for ourselves, but nonetheless there is also a massive store update, well, a store update to discuss in regards to Battlegrounds. Unfortunately, no announced changes to the ranked rewards, Alliance event rank rewards, solo event rank rewards, which is extremely underwhelming for what is supposed to be the centerpiece game mode of MCOC right now, but I digress. So, upcoming buff metas. Pre-season and victory track, entire month, Mighty Charge 1. So while performing medium dash attack, the defender purifies all active debuffs and becomes immune to the future debuffs until the dash ends. Any debuffs remaining after the purify are removed when the immunity activates. So getting rid of all debuffs. So champions that rely on debuffs will be significantly harder to use, which will limit the potential options. However, we are given dash vulnerability. While defenders dashing forward, the attacker's attack rating is increased by 200% when landing an attack. That typically carries forward for the entire combo. And that is a massive damage increase. So that's good, right? Well, yeah. We do, however, need to contest with counterpunch. When the defender blocks or auto-blocks an attack, they gain an unstoppable buff for 0.85 seconds, which typically is just enough to smash you in the face. Again, apologies for my hair. The hat messes up it a bit. But, still. This is a fairly straightforward victory track meta. So the champions that rely on debuffs a lot will work significantly worse. Champions that rely on buffs will work fine. So Cosmic class is back in the action. You do have a huge upside in playing aggressively with the medium intercepts, getting 200% attack. But when you mess up, you're going to get hit in the face. So there's that. It's going to be interesting to see which champions dominate. I do expect to see some sort of return of the Cosmic class because they should be least affected. Science class should take a back seat. I do think Mystic class should still hold quite strong and be more dominant than normal because in Mystic class, you can't intercept them as often as easily because of Mystic Dispersion and the extra power that they get, in addition to the fact that they will now be able to purify the debuff. So we'll see how it works out, but it's a fairly open meta. I'm gonna make a separate video going over the potential MVPs, of course. The more interesting one, and the one that's also slightly inaccurate, because in the game it's at the very least described with one additional node. So, Gladiator circuit, I am root. The attacker is passively rooted during the defender's special attacks, which actually should have quite an interesting interaction with Rinta, but that's just one of those things. So, passively rooted during the defender's special attacks could mess up quite a few things, and is definitely going to be the thing that catches off the people off guard most. And then it's just a Matador Power Shield meta. So, the attackers gain 1 bar of power every time the defender activates special attack, and Power Shield, you deal no damage with your basic attacks, still generate power, except you don't because of Matador, but your special attacks deal 400% more damage. The Power Shield metas quite often are very interesting. Keep in mind that dots should still work, or most of the dots should still work just fine, as well as bursts of damage. And Area of Fear. Oh, they did add this node here, then didn't know this. So, Area of Fear. Both champions start the fight with Indefinite Fear passive. If you do not know what Fear does, it is effectively the Serpent's debuff that he places on you, and it reduces unblockable ability accuracy by 100%. Now, this will be kind of like double-edged sword. It will kind of help you when you are rooted. If you cannot dex or outrange certain special attacks, you can still, block them, and they will not be unblockable, so they will also help you as an attacker. But obviously, it will interfere with select specific champions offensively that rely on that unblockable special attack as well. Fairly neutral on the node being here. In general, it is quite clear that I am a root is going to be something that we do learn and have to learn how to play around. And then it's going to be the Power Shield. And obviously we do have our old Power Shield favorites. tons of champions will do exceptionally good work and be extreme nukes, so to speak. Whether we're looking at Massacre or, you know, a bunch of Cosmic Champions, even Mystic Champions should be more potent than normal because of their ability to gain power quicker. So, you know, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of very, very, very big numbers. That said, we do have a store update. You'll also get a new emote. Nah, I actually kind of like this emote, to be honest. But we do have a store update. The biggest thing that is updated in the store is that tier 4 alpha catalyst fragments are included. So they will cost 2,000 tokens. You're going to be able to get 10 of them, so 20k, and you're going to get half a tier 4 alpha a week from that. So that is a significant chunk. It is more than you can get in the Glory store, and it will add up. So that is a fairly big thing. Other than that, basically, just about every cost has been reduced. Tier 6 basic catalysts have been reduced by about 15%, so from 2,300 to 2,000. Tier 3 alphas, same thing, from 2,300 to 2,000. Tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystals have been reduced from 2,400 to 1,500, which is a fairly sizable decrease. So this will increase the availability of tier 6 CCs. And then we are going to be looking at fragment selectors, not as drastic decrease, still the same quantity as well. Overall, though, there is also seemingly a major error here. I doubt that they doubled the price of the 7-star shards, or just about. So we're going to have to see where that shakes out. Ultimately, I am very happy with the addition of tier 4 alpha catalyst, for sure. I do think that half a tier 4 alpha that you can potentially get every week if you're economical with your tokens is a very, very meaningful addition. And then the rest of the store changes aren't that impressive. Obviously, the lower stores have been upgraded as well. You have tier 6 basic catalyst fragments in it is for reduced. No, wait, not reduced. They didn't reduce the cost for this? Really? New cost? I mean, really? That has to be a typo, right? They reduce the cost for tier 6 basic catalyst fragments for Thronebreakers. Not for Paragons? Did they increase the amount and they just don't reflect it in this sheet? I don't know, guys. I think there has to be some sort of error here. I don't want to jump on Kabam. This update is going live next week, but in case you missed it, here are the details again. So next week, so when you do get your season Battlegrounds rewards, the biggest and most important recommendation is save your Battlegrounds tokens. We are working on creating unique identities for each store. For the Battlegrounds store, we decided to position it as a premium offering. As a result, we have removed some low value items that aren't as valuable to specific summoner progression levels. For summoners looking for the resource that have been removed from Battleground stores, they'll be added elsewhere in the contest, so your collection continue to grow. Which is fine. Again, most important thing, next week, do not, and I repeat, do not spend your tokens. When the next season starts, then go for it. Basically, as soon as you see tier 4 alpha, then you should know that you're going to get best bang for your buck in the Battleground store. So ultimately, these are the metas for Victory Track and for Gladiator Circuit. This is the store update. It's good. Happy. Well, it's good for most part. I mean, these do not seem that impressive. Tier 4 alpha seems quite good, reasonably priced in my opinion. Not entirely sure what's happening in the lower stores, but wouldn't be surprised if Kabam throws a donkey your way again. But I hope that's just some typo. but otherwise it makes very little sense. And yeah, the metas themselves will each warrant a separate video with potential MVPs and meta breakdowns in a bit more detail, because we have had Matador Power Shield metas before. This will have a different twist to it. Typically they have been quite decently liked, I'd say, but nothing will ever be better than the meta that just finished. This meta was amazing, right? My favorite meta of all time, I would even say. Anyways, see you later guys, bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the